Hello YouTube, and welcome to another DBTGamer special. Today we're taking a look at Klonoa Fantasy Revive series. This, from what I know, is a two-dimensional platformer, but you can go into the background and the foreground. And that's pretty much all I know. I don't really have much experience with the Klonoa franchise. I did do a DBTGamer special on a Game Boy Advance game. I think it was about a year ago, maybe more than a year ago, maybe less. So, yeah. This has two games on it, and these games were originally on the PlayStation 1 and early PlayStation 2, I believe. The first game was actually remade for the Wii, and it's something I definitely wanted to play, because if you try and buy these things on the PlayStation 1 or the PlayStation 2, these things are, well, they're expensive and they will make your wallet cry. Let's see. Yeah, we'll go with control type B, because that seems what I am most used to. Let's see. So, easy mode, I get 5 hearts, and the damage is reduced and my lives are infinite. Normal mode, 3 lives, damage is reduced. I'm gonna go normal. I feel like that's what the game would intend me to play at. I'm guessing easy's there because it's a remaster of sorts. I know this game is about dreaming and stuff like that. So like a magical dream world that's there whilst you're sleeping or something, or daydreaming. And I don't know much else. I don't really have much experience with the Klonoa series. Just that one Game Boy Advance game I got via the Wii U eShop, which doesn't even exist anymore. Well, okay, you can buy a cartridge, but that's expensive. And I don't see the Game Boy Advance game coming to the eShop. I mean the online service anytime soon. And I don't see them make a collection for that anytime soon either. So, unless somebody does that, hint it, nudge nudge, it will be lost media for quite a while. Okay, there's ROMs on the internet and stuff like that, but for people who want it legally, it's a problem. This is a Namco Bandai game. If you look carefully on the hat, well, not even carefully, it's blatantly obvious at a Pac-Man symbol. I gotta say this game is adorable. With a very cute angel fairy thing. And the bunny rabbit character is also very cute. And looks like nighttime has come and we've got this giant wedding ring. Oh, and now we've woken up in the real world? Was that a horrible nightmare? Or I don't quite follow that? Okay, I can grab a clock for more time. I can grab some sort of egg. I'll learn all this in the tutorial. I'm hoping there's some sort of tutorial. because that hit was way too fast. It's nice that the loading times are fast though. Sometimes Nintendo Switch games, the loading times are actually longer. I heard this for Crash Bandicoot Racing on the PlayStation 1. The loading times were a lot longer than the PlayStation version. So, yeah, let's give this a try. So, yeah, I have been meaning to try this for a while. I've been... Oh, it's like a 2-player support mode. That's cool. B's attack. Triggers do nothing. Okay. I can use my D-pad as well, and... Yeah. Yeah, okay, 100 gems, extra life. Oh, this is very much like the Game Boy Advance game. You know, that's what I expected. But it's like the Game Boy Advance game in a platforming sense. It's not a... I mean, okay, I could be wrong. There could be some puzzle levels later on, but so far, this is very simple. I like simple. Lately, I've been playing a lot of oh, I can fly a little. Well, not fly. The correct term is hover, I believe. How to play? Crack open the Napon egg with an enemy. Okay, so I've got to use an enemy to do that. Oh! Background, of course! Anyway, let's continue and explore some more of this first level. So far I like this, it's... The music is happy, and it feels like a... You know, like an old school two-dimensional platformer. Oh, okay, I got a jigsaw piece as well. Can I get jiggy with it? That's a Banjo-Kazooie reference. Nothing weird at all about that phrase, in this sense. But yeah, the game is so bright and colourful, and it's just happy. You know, yeah, I see why so many people would like this game, and I see why it has fans. You know, definitely. Although, I also think it's quite criminal that this game's been locked away in a vault for so long, and you know, being limited to remasters and stuff like that. You know, this sort of game feels like it should have been preserved and made available and not too expensive for everybody to enjoy, because it's simple. Literally, there's only two buttons max so far, A and B, or B and Y, or A and X, whichever way you choose to map out your controller. How dare you go through my tower without... Hold it right there. Hey, kid. You shouldn't be sticking around here. Sorry. I accept your apology. I am... well, beautiful leopard masterpiece. Mine. Yeah, it's a nice sculpture. The legendary diva. Yeah, the Song of Rebirth. Okay. Kids these days. You see this tower here? So I'm building it so I can reach the Moon Kingdom. Wow. I wonder if it's really possible to reach with love like mine. Nothing is impossible. Love? I think we should get going. Just take a quick picture there because that's a nice little... It's a very simple in-game cutscene. I can't remember, but there might have been a version of this game which may have had either voice acting or the voices may have been changed. I think that was for the Wii version. And yeah, that's yeah, this is a very cute game. I like it. It reminds me of things I used to play when I was younger. And I suppose I can go down some of the platforms it's available on. Of course, this is the Nintendo Switch version that you're currently looking at. And I have to say, this looks great on a Nintendo Switch, and it's nothing the Nintendo Switch could not handle. But it's also available on the PS4, and I don't know if it's available on Steam and Xbox. But yeah, the more places this sort of thing is ported to, the better. I'm all for game preservation and that sort of thing. It's vital that we preserve stuff these days. There is so much lost media these days. But yeah, I like this. I was talking to my sister the other day about this game, and she was going to get it in, perhaps in the sale, because there was a sale over Christmas with Bandai, and maybe get it on the PlayStation, because one, she likes to collect trophies. She's got a lot of platinum trophies, more than I have. I have 11. My most recent platinum trophy was Spyro 1 on the via the Spyro collection. And yeah, this is I like this game. There is the levels, they're quite simple so far. There's room for exploration, and I like the way the level rotates, and yeah, this is good. A bit of history for you about me. I was a Nintendo 64 guy, you see, and that was my console of choice in that generation. I did play PlayStation, but I was mostly a Nintendo 64 person, and I didn't get to see this game. I didn't learn it until I saw it on YouTube. I think it was Sonic Dude, or these days he's called Ant Dude. 92, I believe. So, yeah, that's where I first heard about this game back in the day. And I pretty much thought I would never play it because every time I saw this game, and I do mean literally every time I saw it, it was really expensive. You know, sometimes I saw it at £100 for a PlayStation 1 copy. You may think I'm joking, but no, that's how expensive this game was, and it was, well, it was, yeah, it's a very expensive game. I understand that the game is rare and all that sort of stuff, and I think it may have had a limited print run, and maybe it didn't do so well. Or maybe, I don't know why it didn't do well. Maybe it was just the timing, or maybe it was some sort of other circumstance. Maybe, you know, there was too many games similar to this. At the time, the market did have a lot of platformers. You know, there was Crash Bandicoot, there was Mario 64, there was Banjo-Kazooie, there was Chameleon Twist, there was... And some of these platforms were 2D, some of them were 3D, some of them were a mix of both. And yeah. So I don't know why this game didn't do well. I mean, yes, the game... Oopsies. The game is somewhat simple and somewhat easy. But, you know, nothing wrong with that. And there is some challenge to it. It holds your hand, but obviously not too much. And a lot of this tutorial stuff may have been in the manual in the original, and it may have not been on the screen like this. Or it might have been on the screen like this, you know. It's... yeah, I like it, it's good. I definitely want to show of a boss fight, because I remember liking the boss fights in the Game Boy Advance game. I'm going to be talking about the Game Boy Advance game a lot because that was my first experience with the franchise. And the Game Boy Advance game, it had levels that were like puzzles, and it also had levels that were auto-scrollers, and levels that were normal platformers like this, and it also had levels that were, well, the boss fight levels, obviously. And yeah, that was it. There was nothing more complicated than that. But it had a real mix of styles. And that's... It's... Yeah, it's... Hopefully if this game does well, maybe some of the other klonoa games can get a collection. And then those games can continue to live and be remembered and have easy access to, because yeah, I'd say the other games deserve it too. Definitely. I still don't quite get what these clocks are for. I'm going to look that up. Oh, okay, this is a checkpoint. That makes sense now. And we've got a minecart stage. Not always the best at these. Sometimes, if they go too fast, I'm not good at these, but that wasn't too bad. I mean, this is the first world, so that's nice and easy. And it doesn't seem that they're essential, but yeah. So, yeah. Let's have a topics. So, what have I been playing lately? Well, last night and some of yesterday, I did finish the main story of Dragon Quest IV: Chapters of the Chosen on the DS. Great RPG. You know, overall, I definitely enjoyed that. It was a good RPG, and I have to say, it's easily made it into my top 8 Dragon Quest games. Yeah, I've only played 8 Dragon Quest games. So, actually 7. I've only played 7, but point is, the game is good, and it's easily made it into that top 8. I think it's probably... Well, I suppose I can talk about this in my video. If I was to list my top Dragon Quest games in order of my favourites, number 1 would have to be Dragon Quest VIII. I really liked that game. Okay, I am a little bit biased because that was my first Dragon Quest game, and I suppose I am a little bit biased because of that. Well, technically the first one I played was 9, but I didn't really get along with that well. But 8 was the first one I devoted so much time to and actually, you know, finished it, and yeah, all that jazz, you see. Anyway. Oh wait, that's the minecart. And after Dragon Quest VIII, no, second place, and it's a very close second, would be the newest game in the series. That's Dragon Quest XI. I really liked 11. You know, I played it a lot through COVID, and it was a good game, and it was very similar to 8 because it had, you know, voice acting, and every character had a job, and there was no job switching. Okay, there was like a skill tree and stuff like that, but point is, 8 and 11, they in some ways are kind of similar in the way they are. So yeah, in third place is Dragon Quest V, which it's quite an old game these days, but I really liked 5. And in 4th place would be Dragon Quest 9, which is a game I really liked. It had an invisible egg, right. I need an enemy to help me get that. There we go. There's something I want to search back here. Anyway, so yeah, I liked that. Very much. Yeah, 9 had plenty of customization. After 9, yeah, I'd put Dragon Quest 4. You know, it's my 5th favourite. Now, you may be asking what's like, where do you want to stand? Well, then it will be Dragon Quest 6 and then Dragon Quest 7. Because I got 6 as a present from a family member, and I liked it. But I found it quite difficult compared to the games I've played. There were a lot of things I found difficult about 6. It had 2 world maps, both a dream world and a real world, and it also had an underwater map. So navigation already felt difficult because of this. And also, the job system, rather than what I'm used to, like in 7 and 9, it had there was actually a limit placed in a lot of areas, and you couldn't level up your job past a certain point. So you had to find the right area to training in order to keep advancing your jobs. And yeah, this definitely made the game quite difficult in that respect. And I couldn't yeah, it slowed me down because it forced me. Well, I wasn't forced, but I ended up having to look up online on where, you know, a good place to train was. So I could actually increase my character's job levels. And eventually the best way I found to train was under the sea. And yay. Yeah, the whole area limits for the job of those, it just really slowed me down. And I do understand why this system was put in place. It's so you can't get too overpowered, and it's to make the game more difficult and keep that difficulty curve. That's fine. But when I'm on the final dungeon, I expect there to be quite a high level, you know, to train myself, and it only went up to level 40. And most guides I saw on the internet suggests that you got certain jobs before the final boss, and suggests that you went into the final boss at least level 45. So I had to go back to to the undersea area and train there, which had less experience points and job levels, and slow down my actual level progression just to actually progress in the game's story. And it killed my momentum and killed my enjoyment. And I had to look up this all online. There wasn't really anything in the actual game that told me this. Yes, I have the manual, so it probably was in there, or at least I hope it was. If it wasn't, that'll be not a great thing. Anyway, so yeah, just the whole the level cap, the job level capping, and the game being confused by all the different world maps. That's what put me off 6. I don't hate 6. I quite like it. If I was giving it a score, I'd give it like a 7 out of 10. It just didn't gel with me as well. It was difficult for all those reasons that I just explained. Is this a boss fight, or maybe it's just a new cutscene? Anyway, now as for Dragon Quest VII, a lot of people like this game. Yeah, I thought it was good, but 7 I thought it was good, but I thought it was really long and bloated. It took me over 100 hours to beat it. So, yeah. So, yeah, my problem with Dragon Quest VII, it was over 100 hours long, and I felt some of the content from the story could have been made into a post-game. And apparently the original was even longer, and it took even longer to actually get to your first battle and to the actual, the way the original game worked. So I'm glad they shortened it and tightened things up in the 3DS version. And yeah, the 3DS version was a good version. Had a few draw distance problems. Trees kept popping out of nowhere in the forest. But other than that, you know, it's a good port, a good conversion. And we were lucky to actually get it. Because, well, Dragon Quest VII, it has a lot of text. And that's why people were worried that it might not get translated. Because with all that text, it was an absolute nightmare for the team to translate. But this looks like it's our first boss fight. So all we've got to do is pick things up and throw it at its tail. Oh, we can only hit it in the back of the tail. Relatively simple boss fight, only 4 hits. That was not difficult, I can handle that. No! That boss fight would even be even more difficult on easy mode. Even more easy on easy mode. But there was only 2 levels in this world, and the boss fight, so that's really short. I remember the Game Boy Advance game having like, I think 5 levels per world, plus a boss fight. So that's. But the levels were different, so yeah. So the pendant, it's special, it's something to do with the Moon Kingdom, about the Mystic Tower. That's yeah, I definitely like this. I think we got all the artwork pictures as well in those 2 levels. That's nice. Anyway, I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. Let's continue. On to the next level. So, let's see how this one goes. Yeah, so what else have I been playing besides Dragon Quest 4? Well, I've been playing Mario and Luigi's Superstar Saga, which is my current Let's Play series. I'm enjoying the series. I'm definitely enjoying that game, replaying it. Ah! I can fly with this. That's cool. And let's see what else I've been playing. Oh, I played some Medieval on with a special guest. A special guest who hasn't been on the show for ages, so you can guess who that is. I'll leave it as a little surprise, but he was on the show quite a lot when I was younger. Made a lot of LPs with him. There, that is more than enough. I've said more than enough there to give you a rough idea of who it is. Anyway. So, yeah. That is... Yeah, that is good. What else have I been playing lately? Comic Zone on the Nintendo Switch, which I also did a video on lately. In the Nintendo Switch video, in the video I used the Wii Virtual Console version, but yeah. I don't know, I was feeling nostalgia this morning, I felt like playing some Comic Zone. Game is still rock hard. A lot of gems from that. Okay, I think I get those later on. They're not in the background, they're later on the level. This game does play with perspective a lot. Okay, so this door requires a key. Which I don't have. Intruder alert! Oh, they're giving me a key straight away, that's... That's nice! I was not expecting a key so soon, though. I was expecting how to work for that, but I suppose it's the first time they're using the mechanics, so they're just nicely easing you into it. Anyway, have I been playing anything else? No, not really. Well, I played some board games lately. Well, card games mostly. No, not Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Digimon or anything like that. D&D, I think it's Dungeon Master, I think it's called. It's a card game. Every monster has like a deck, and you pick a deck at the start, and you turn-based combat against your friends. It's simple, but there's also quite a lot of complexity to it, and each monster's got its own strengths and weaknesses. The version that I was playing, someone had brought it in, and this was up to 6 players. We were playing with 5 people, and it was quite intense, and it got even more intense when because once the first person was knocked out, it was down to 4 players. It was a free-for-all. You could attack anybody you want, whereas before that you had to go left or right. Perfect. Let's see. Any more topics? Well, I suppose I could talk about this for a very brief moment, because a lot of people have been talking about this lately, and I know not worse like a broken record. A lot of people have been talking about, will Nintendo announce a new console soon? You know, Nintendo Switch 2 or whatever they're going to call it. The Switch Omega? I don't know. Yeah, point is, a lot of people feel like it's time for Nintendo to make a new console. And yeah, I'm inclined to agree with them. It would be nice if it was sometime this year. It is a good timing. As for specs and what I would want from the console, I want it to be very similar to the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, I'd want backwards compatibility. I would want and not just digital backwards compatibility, I would want physical compatibility as well. Because, yeah, I just think it would be the best idea. Because if it was just digital compatibility, I feel like that would definitely make things worse. So yeah, I'd want backwards compatibility, you know, as I'd even as a priority. Not a deal breaker, but it would be one of those things that'd be stupid to leave out. It'd be Nintendo would be shooting themselves in the foot and also hurting their fan base. Now, certain developers technically will make more money and they'd have to re-release their games, but no, it'll be a dick move. So, yeah. Okay, no key. Really low on health though. But I've got 6 lives, so that's fine. Oh, great. There we go. And yeah, all things I'd like to see from a Nintendo Switch 2. I just want it to be similar to the Switch we've got now, but more powerful. Definitely backwards compatible. Where would I like the power to go? You know, in terms of height. You know, in terms of power. Well, personally, I think at minimum a portable PlayStation 4. Or at least something very close to that. Now, maybe if the console was in docked mode, it could have expanded capability, then be like a PlayStation 4 Pro, or maybe even a low-end PlayStation 5. I have heard rumours about that. But, you know, power isn't everything. And in some ways, we are hitting a ceiling of somewhat diminishing returns in terms of consoles and power. And games are getting more and more expensive to make, and it's nice if your game looks good, but if it's getting too expensive and all that sort of thing, you know, people may not be able to afford it, and it pushes up development costs, and then there's pressure to sell more copies, and maybe they'll chop it up and sell some as DLC. It's, yeah, problem. Once this cutscene's done, I'll continue my thoughts and opinions. Okay, that's that level cleared. I'm going to do one more level and I'm going to call it a video, because I believe the next level will also have a boss fight. That'll be a nice place to leave it. I think I missed a jigsaw piece in that level as well. That's a bit of a shame. But, you know, my first time through the game, I'm going to miss something. Beyond the backwards waterfall. Anyway, let's continue my thoughts on why would that Nintendo Switch 2 to capabilities wise. I would like the Joy-Con controllers to stay around. You know, I think they're a good idea. Although there would have to be some changes. And I mean, one of the blatantly obvious changes is Nintendo, and you should have done something about this as soon as possible, but you really haven't. And we all know what I'm gonna say, and we all know what it is. Say it with me now. Joy-Con drift. Yeah, this is an issue that's never really been fixed, and at times Nintendo even denied that it even exists, and yeah, that's just rude. So the Switch 2, you need to make those controllers better for your customers' sake and your own sake, because otherwise, well, it'd just be an embarrassment. So yeah, Joy-Cons that are more robust and last longer, and yeah. I mean, I have PS4 controllers that, yeah, they're drifting now, but they've lasted me a decent amount of time. So my point is, controllers should last a decent amount of time before they start drifting. And I've heard a lot of stories with the Nintendo Switch, and some of them are downright horrible. And the point is, controllers should at least last you 3-4 years. No, at least 4 years. As long as you don't abuse them, like smash them against the wall or something. That used to be something that Nintendo was very proud of with their consoles. You know, the original DS, they wanted to make it so that you could drop it like 10 times from your chest pocket in like a suit, and it wouldn't break. And it went through like vigorous testings and designs before they could even get it out the door. And you know, the design engineers were thinking that the president at the time was crazy, Mr. Satoru Iwata. They thought it was crazy, and you know, this was an impossible task that he'd given them. But I feel that was a task that was necessary and definitely paid off, because DS, one of the best quad systems ever made, and one of the best systems. So yeah. Any other features? I'd like to see. Well, okay. Let's talk battery life. I have heard a rumor, not saying it's concrete, but currently the Nintendo Switch I have, and it, you know, the higher end games are about 5-6 hours. The lower end game is about 8, maybe 9 hours. This is the sort of battery life that I would like to stay at. You know, that's I think is fine. The original Nintendo Switch at launch, the battery life was 3 to 6 hours, and yeah, it wasn't great. It was okay. In some ways, I thought it was unacceptable, but thankfully things get better, and what we currently have should be the benchmark. So yeah, keep it like you've got it now, or if possible, you know, maybe get it up to 10 hours and make it even better. That'll be nice, but what we got now, it's in an acceptable state, and I am happy with that. Now, as for the screen and stuff, I have heard rumours of like a 120 frames screen, which, yeah, that's cool and all, and that could be useful if you're making like a maybe something to do with virtual reality and improving on the Switch VR, which seemed like a thing they wanted to experiment with for a little while, but they kind of abandoned it. Which I understand why they abandoned it. The technology wasn't quite there yet, and it was made out of cardboard, and it was just an experiment. It wasn't. Yeah, well, it just wasn't quite ready. But with it, obviously, with that higher frame rate thing, it'd be better for virtual reality. If that rumour is true, of course. Yeah, I'm talking about rumours a lot. None of these rumours are true. Well, we don't know if they're true yet, so big pinch of salt, people. Do not take my word for it. I am just talking about rumours here. I'm not saying any of this is true. Anyway, into the quality of the screen, I think currently we've got 720p or lower. Certain games are 500 or 500 and something. I don't know. And it's, I think a minimum should be 720, but it would be nice if a lot of games did try for that 1080, because especially on the TV when you're in docked mode, because yeah, it would be nice. But obviously when you're on portable, in order to keep the battery life going, I think 720 is fine. I think maybe you could go 720 with 60 FPS, you know. So you've got a more steady frame rate and obviously more fluent. And a lot of games on the Switch, you know, some of them are 30. There are a lot that are 60. But some of them are just, you know, the highest I'll go is 30. Which is, you know, it's fine, it's acceptable. But if, you know, maybe in handheld mode, it could be 720 with 60. Yeah, that'd be a nice upgrade. Not much of an upgrade, but it'd still be nice to have. I mean, I'm not a PC gamer, I don't know much about gaming specs and what should be acceptable. But point is, yes, I want an upgrade for the Nintendo Switch. I want it to do well, but Nintendo, often their hardware is lower powered and it's cheaper, but it's good enough to get by, and you know, at least going to a PS4 and a PS4 Pro sort of levels, it would be a jump, and a good jump. I mean, there are some people, you know, they like want 4K gaming on the Switch. Oh, we've got a water slide. Got to hold back here and time my jumps. Anyway. I think 4K in handheld mode is, well, it's quite ridiculous. And if you're going to try and reset in handheld mode, you'd just drain your battery and your battery life would be abysmal. It's not a good direction to go in. Maybe, you know, in the console settings or in the game settings, you could pick like your screen resolution. You could pick it to be 720 to save battery life. Or let's say if you're in docked mode, you could crank it up to 1080, and because you're in docked mode, you don't need to worry about your battery life. You know, there's an option. You know, have the option to pick your frame rates depending on your situation. And depending on how much battery you want to use, and you know, a performance mode, that's the term I'm looking for. PlayStation 4 did a lot of that. PlayStation 5 definitely did a lot of that. Anyway. I've heard some rumors about certain games. Wait a minute. I hear something. Help me! Push the switch. Okay. Simple. Like a fish thing. So it wants to save its mother. That's nice. Well, hopefully we can do that. Okay, so we get Ferrari's back. That's nice. Right, I think it's another boss fight. I could be wrong though. Who are you? I am Seedorf, the king of the castle. So you are the brat. Gardus spoke of. Gardus. I knew he was involved. I'll put you in your place. Your time is up. Aye, let's give it a try. So, boss fight. Here we go. Okay, I can't. Alright, just gotta grab the evil guy and throw it into the fish. No problem. There is quite a lot of tight areas. There's a tight margin for error. Well, a somewhat tight margin for error. I might lose here. But, okay, well, I'm halfway through, so... I get the idea of this fight. It's not too difficult, but I think I might lose due to lack of health. Oh great, there's bubbles now as well. That's a little careless of me. Messed that up. Yeah. I can might be able to salvage this still. Okay, third attempt. Wrong button. Yeah, just one more hit. But we've both got one more health left each, so this is going to be tight. Compared to the last boss, this is definitely more difficult. Yep. I got this. Perfect. Alright, get ready. Fire! Didn't even need to aim it, just get ready and fire. Doing good so far. Games for the Nintendo Switch Center. I have heard rumours that they got Breath of the Wild running it at 1080 60, which is great. I've also heard rumours that Final Fantasy VII Remake was easy to port to the system. That would be a nice game to have like a launch title. And hopefully, you know, the second part of the remake would come to the console as well, and the third part. Because, you know, the PlayStation 4 got kind of screwed over there. Eek! So, yeah, that's pretty much what I would want out of a Switch 2. Just that sort of thing. I haven't really got any ambitious ideas like a camera or virtual reality, like that. I just want you know, a nice upgrade, really. Oh, well, maybe make all these chat features better, because using the app, that would be a better idea. Oh yeah, the kickstand. Make it like the OLED one at launch. Don't bother with that piece of rubbish that you put on the original. Because that was just... well, it was terrible. Also, maybe a decent hard drive size at launch as well. Because all we got was 32 gigs. You know, maybe at least to 128. You know, that would be nice. Because games are getting bigger and 32 gigs is not... it's not enough anymore. In terms of price range, no more than £400 or $400. I would say. Anyway, my thoughts on Klonoa. I may do a newer DBTGamer special on this game and show off Klonoa 2. But overall, so far, I like this. I really enjoyed my hour and a bit of play session with this. And I wouldn't mind playing some more of this. Anyway, in the comments, tell me down there what you thought of this game. And thank you for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe. And I'll see you in my next video.